So this week, Christy and I got invited to meet a senator, which is insane and so cool. Uh, to explain, we've been working with Senator Baldwin on the Cool Online Act, which will basically take the laws that we already have in the US about needing that made in whatever country if it's made outside the US and apply it to online shopping, which is amazing for dealing with the reseller problem on Etsy and other handmade marketplaces, because now people that are buying mass produced items overseas and just trying to pass them off as handmade and screwing over consumers and screwing over other sellers can get in trouble for that and will be easier to spot. So we got involved in working to help this bill get through committee, and we've been working with the senator's office this last week. We are so excited about this bill. It could so help out all creative indie sellers. If you want more details, read our blog. We go into the analysis of like all the details and how it'll actually work. The Indie Sellers Guild has been around less than a year since its official launch, like 16 months since the Etsy strike, and we're officially lobbying at the level of the US Senate for creative indie sellers. That's insane. It's so cool. It's so insane. But awesome. We're all just like in the leadership, we're all just walking around like slightly in a daze right now. But we not only were able to give our support and our statement of support, but that marketplace research survey that we've been asking all of you to take, we got to use the preliminary data from that to say, no, indie sellers really want this. Like handmade sellers, this would be great for them. This is something they absolutely want, because Etsy and eBay and the other big platforms are fighting this. They're fighting it hard, and because they can't just outright say, no, we don't want this, it'll cost us money, they have to, give a reason that senators can get behind. So the reason they're giving is that we don't want it, that the sellers don't want it, it's bad for us. And to combat that, we're the only ones who are able to be like, no, excuse us, we would really love that, please, thank you, that would be amazing, please pass that law. We've only passed the first little step. It just got out of committee. Now we've got to get it through the Senate and then through the House. Like, it's a long ways off, but it's still an amazing first step. It's so cool to be involved on this level. When we talked to Senator Baldwin's office after it got passed through committee, they told us that our support was instrumental to getting it through committee. They weren't sure that was going to happen, and it was our support, us being able to say, like, no, we are the creative indie sellers. We speak for them. We know what they want. We have this data. This is definitely something they support, that we're, able to combat that other narrative and able to get support for this bill. And so that's what we need to keep doing. We're gonna have to really fight for this, because the tech companies definitely don't want it. So it's gonna be a fight. We're gonna need all of you. Please jump in and support this. Please sign up to support it. We have a sign up form, and we will email you all updates and calls to action when it's time to email your senator. We will have that information for you. Anything else you can do. We're collecting stories of experiences both customers and sellers have had dealing with resellers. We are gonna hit this as hard as we can, because we are so excited at the possibility of actually being able to change things for the better for all the artists, crafters, curators, all the creative indie sellers out there. Please do the sign up. Please check out the blog about the bill so you can learn about it. We are happy to answer all your questions. But exactly how it will go down and any that we don't know, we will pass along and find an answer for you. Please go take the marketplace research survey if you haven't already. Now we can officially say that the preliminary data from that study was used to help inform legislators of what creative indie sellers really need, which is amazing. And we hope to use the full data to further that work. So research is done in collaboration with Dr. Samantha Close from DePaul University. We have a link on our website, in our link tree, in our bio, etc. And takes about 20 minutes. Answers are anonymous. It's all like multiple choice type stuff. Please go fill it out so that we can get as much data as possible on what creative indie sellers and customers really need from an online marketplace. Sign up for the guild if you haven't. The more members we have, the stronger our voice when we go talk to legislators and say we represent creative indie sellers. Bigger that number behind guild, the stronger that is. So it's free. We're all volunteer run. We're really just doing this to see if we can make a difference. And thank you so much to all of you for your support over this last year, for everything you've done. Like, you really did this. If it hadn't been for the strike and everyone who participated and all of the attention it got, this senator's office would never have thought of us. He remembered the person we worked with. He remembered the strike. And that's why he thought to reach out. And if it hadn't been for everyone's support in the last year, since the strike, we wouldn't be around to, the Indie Sellers Guild wouldn't exist to answer that call when he reached out. So thank you to everyone who's been involved, everyone who's volunteered, shared, followed our social media, anything you do to be involved. Even the littlest bit makes a difference. So thank you again, and we are so excited to share with you where this is going to go.